What's up, Virgo? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is another Virgo channel, and this is another Virgo reading. Let's get started with a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you. This is for June 3rd through June 9th for all Virgo placements. Keep in mind that the reading may not resonate with you, so take only what feels right and leave the rest for someone else. Please click the like button for me and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. I feel like using the microphone today, so I'm going to use the microphone to deliver channeled messages, and then we might pull tarot cards. The first channel message that I have for you for this week is sometimes the best thing you can say is nothing at all. And then also it has to be their idea. Last week we had this messaging about you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, and it feels like that same type of messaging is leading over or lingering over into this week too. It has to be someone else's idea for them to fix themselves, or they have to want to help themselves in order to actually help themselves. You can give them as much advice and give them all the solutions that you want. They have to be the one to implement it into their life, right? So it has to be their idea is a message that was coming through, and sometimes the best thing you can say is nothing at all. I also was getting this channel message that for some of you, you are so close to your big break. You are so close to some of the biggest dreams of your life materializing. Some of these dreams that are going to be materializing for you over the next 3 months, I'm getting, are from your inner child. These are childhood dreams, childhood wishes that some of you forgot about, or that some of you neglected, or just decided it wasn't really going to happen for you because it was too much of a pipe dream, or it was too big of a dream. But Spirit is saying that some of these dreams are going to materialize very, very soon. And it's because it was always a part of your path. It was always going to happen. But now you're being guided to not give up and to believe in yourself. Because some of you, I feel like you're really ready to throw in the towel. I don't know about what, but you do for some of you. And I'm getting, now is not the time to give up because you are so close, so close. And it makes sense. Right when you're about to have the breakthrough, right when you're about to have the manifestation, that's when you want to give up. That's when the dark, intrusive thoughts really start to creep in, and it seems easier for you to stay where you are, or for you to stay stuck, or for you to go back to a past pattern. But Spirit's asking you, don't give up. Not now. And for some of you, I'm getting something about a motivational speech or motivational speaking, because the way that Spirit channeled that message to me was like, don't give up, and it felt like motivation. So some of you might be motivational speakers, or you might be receiving a motivational speech this week, or you might be just giving motivation to people, giving advice to people, but not expecting them to implement it. And some of them will. Some of these people will hear you, and they will receive your message, and they will integrate it, and they will be grateful for you, but not everybody. So sometimes it's important to let people be people, you know? Just accept people for where they are and for where they're at. I'm hearing something about generosity. Someone's being really generous this week, or somebody's being really generous to you this week. But I'm getting that this energy of generosity is multiplying. The more generous you are, the more you're going to receive back. Or the generosity that you've given in the past is coming back this week. It's going to resonate differently for all of you, but I'm getting this energy of generosity. Giving without any expectation of receiving is going to help you to receive so much more, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm picking up on. And then another channel message that I was getting is dealing with rejection. And this could be part of why some of you want to give up, or part of why some of you have been wanting to give up. But Spirit was saying something about dealing with rejection or feeling rejected. Either this week this is going to happen, and some of you might be the one who's doing the rejecting. And for some of you, this could be a past energy that is still lingering into this week, where you're just feeling rejected because of something that happened in the past. So Spirit was saying dealing with rejection, and they wanted me to pull a card for you for advice, so we'll do that. Spirit, angels, ancestors, come through for Virgo. How can Virgo best deal with this rejection that Virgo is feeling? We're seeing the 5 of Wands. This person is like lighting a match. But it feels like this person is sitting down to do some sort of reflection. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting this message of this person is actually lighting the match to burn a candle. So this visual that I'm seeing is this person is lighting this match to burn a candle, to go sit down and do some sort of journaling or do some sort of meditation, some sort of reflection. So that could be advice for some of you to reflect on why you're feeling rejected and to reflect on the rejection itself. I'm also getting the Five of Wands could be another form of motivation. Some of you, your advice is to turn the rejection into motivation, to do better, to be better, to experience better, to have better. Some of you maybe go to the gym or do some sort of exercise when you're feeling rejected, or if you do receive some sort of rejection, try to put your mind on something else, like your body. Don't overdo it, don't hurt yourself, of course, but I feel like you'll be able to use this energy of rejection for yourself this week. And maybe it's in the form of working out too. That could be really helpful. Or journaling and reflecting on why you're feeling rejected. Let me see one more. How can Virgo deal with this feeling of rejection? Page of Wands. There's a lot going on about Virgo's inner child. We talked about this last week, and I feel like it's still happening this week. And then there's this Page of Wands, which is like your inner child desiring some sort of fun or play or excitement. So that could also be advice for you when you're feeling rejected, to go play, to go swing on a swing if you can, to get out in nature, go to a park, get out of your apartment, get out of your home, get into nature, act like a kid again. A little bit more, Spirit. I want to know one more. Okay, and then we're seeing the Three of Wands too. So a lot of fiery energy is what you're being guided to do when you're feeling rejected. So you're being guided to turn it into a passion or to turn it into motivation, whichever way you can or however you can. I'm also seeing the Three of Wands, and it feels like, this is the Ace of Wands, but I'm going to tell you the energy I was getting based on the Three of Wands. It feels like this reflection that you're doing based on some sort of feeling of rejection is actually helping you to get to the bottom of the situation here. Because I'm getting that maybe you were rejected by friends, by family members, by teachers, by coaches, by other past relationships in the past. And every time you get rejected now, it kind of like brings that feeling back up to the surface. So you're identifying that it's not actually the person, and it's not actually the rejection, but it's your inner child that's still trying to heal from some rejection when you were younger. Okay, that was the message I was seeing. This journaling or reflection that you're doing this week is really helping you crack some sort of code, is what I'm hearing. I just heard Fibonacci codes, is that what it's called? So that could be significant this week. I also heard Da Vinci, and I'm hearing Italy too. So those could be significant for you this week. Maybe for some of you, the way to deal with this rejection is to plan a trip, to go on a trip, if you can financially, or for some of you, maybe just plan a trip without the expectation of actually spending the money on it. But like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to stay? What do you want to do when you go stay at that place? I feel like that's a form of manifesting. You don't actually have to have the money to do it. You don't actually have to hit pay or send on any of these things. But for some reason, I feel like planning a trip or thinking about your next trip could be really helpful if you're feeling rejected. And then we're seeing the Judgment card. And this Judgment card is coming through as like your ancestors and your guides who are saying that rejection is always protection. We were going to get there eventually. You're going to get there eventually, but I meant that I was going to always get to this point of telling you that rejection is protection. Always. The right things will just click. The right people will just click and fit and stay. But your ancestors are saying, or your guides are saying, that this rejection is always for your protection. It wasn't the right situation for you. It wasn't the right person for you. It wasn't the right job, so on and so forth. Yeah, and then we're seeing the Ten of Cups. And you know that. You know that you have like a bigger dream or bigger goals or bigger wishes, but some of you just didn't believe in yourself, or you didn't believe that these things could come for you or that these things will happen to you. But Spirit's really asking you to not give up and to hold on to your dreams, because some of your biggest dreams, Ten of Cups, are manifesting very soon. For those of you who live in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm feeling like it's happening this summer. There are some big dreams manifesting for you this summer. For some of you, I'm getting this energy of like you being on screen, or you being a star, or being on camera, or getting a lot of attention. And this is only for those of you who resonate with that and who desire that, right? Because it's not going to be for everybody. But today, as I was walking by from the farmer's market, I was stopped by like a security guard who asked me to just like stand still and wait for a second because they were shooting some sort of TV show or movie on the street that I was about to cross. And so she just asked me to stop and to stand back and to wait. And I did. So I was like literally on the scene of some sort of movie, TV, video, you know what I mean? And Spirit is saying that that's going to happen for some of you too. You're so close to being on the camera, to being in the movie, so on and so forth. And I know that's not for everybody, but that was just an example that Spirit needed me to give to somebody, because I feel like it could be really easy for you to give up right now, or to think that you aren't talented or deserving or worthy, but it's because you are so close to the breakthrough, which is exactly what the Ace of Wands really is, a breakthrough. So Spirit was confirming what I was saying, that you're so close to a breakthrough and you're so close to some of your biggest dreams manifesting with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Cups. They just wanted to confirm that for you. So that is if you're dealing with rejection or feeling rejected this week or from previous weeks. Okay, those are all the channel messages, I think. It's now 11:11. That number could be significant for you or will be this week. I want to see what the overall energy is for you this week, Virgo. I heard follow instructions. Follow instructions. Some of you might be trying like a new recipe this week. Follow the directions or follow the instructions exactly how they are. This could also be something that you're telling somebody. Follow instructions. I gave you these instructions for a reason. I laid it out for you by step. So do what I said. Follow these instructions. I got that message because when the security guard woman asked me to stand back and wait, I did without hesitation, just because I do. And a bunch of people kept like ignoring her and ignoring the guy who was across the street who was asking the same thing from people, and they were just walking through the street and ignoring her and didn't care at all. So Spirit was like, you followed instructions like you were supposed to. And I did. So follow instructions. That's a message for someone. All right, what's the overall energy for Virgo this week? Virgo's overall energy, June 3rd through June 9th. The Three of Wands. So this feels like you're really looking into the future this week. You're really getting motivated again. Getting into a good routine is something that I'm hearing. Figuring out a routine for yourself. I feel like some of you have been struggling with consistency. Me too. And it feels like somehow this week we're going to get back on a solid routine or a consistent routine for ourselves. I feel like it starts by waking up earlier. Some of you, I'm getting something about like waking up 3 hours earlier than you usually do. So for some of you, you're going to start waking up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. For some of you, you're getting up at 3 or 4 a.m. if that works for you. I'm not going to be doing that. That one is not for me. But yeah, I just feel like waking up earlier in the morning is going to help you this week. I'm getting something about you actually getting more sleep or better sleep and having more energy throughout the day once you get into this consistent routine of waking up earlier. And I'm hearing early birds get the worm. So if you're looking for the best idea, get up earlier in the morning. If you're looking for the best lyrics, get up early in the morning. If you're looking for the best information, wake up earlier. If you're looking for more energy, wake up earlier, so on and so forth. But it looks like with the Three of Wands, you're preparing for something or preparing for the future. This week, it feels like there's a lot of preparation and planning and coming up with ideas and scheduling, things like that that you're doing this week. And I am feeling this energy of more motivation, more energy, because you're waking up earlier. Or that's the advice, is to start waking up a little earlier in the morning. Okay, so let's see what you can look forward to this week. What can Virgo look forward to June 3rd through June 9th? We're seeing the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're handling rejection really well, or you're the one who is delivering some sort of rejection for your own protection. I'm hearing denial is a river in Egypt. Okay, I think that's a Wendy Williams quote. So Wendy Williams could be significant, or that quote, denial is a river in Egypt. So yeah, denial is a river in Egypt, but also there could be something about denial and you're seeing right through it this week, or If this is your own denial, you're cutting through that this week. You're like, okay, I need to hold myself more accountable. I need to understand that this is just for my protection. I need to change my mind about this. So some of you might be cutting through your own denial this week. But I am also getting something about you raising your standards. I like this Queen of Swords energy, and I know that not a lot of people do. And I feel like not a lot of people are going to like you and your Queen of Swords energy, regardless of your gender. But I like this because not only does it feel authentic to you right now, but it also feels like this is the exact type of energy that you need to bring to a situation. You need to be cutthroat. You need to be able to see through the BS. You need to be able to wield the sword of truth and to be authentic and to be honest and to be yourself. For some of you, this has to do with like business or work or people just kind of coming at you. You need to be able to hold your ground and to keep your standards or stand firm in your standards and stand firm in your boundaries. So that's good to see. I like this energy, even though a lot of people aren't going to. I know I already said that, but I can feel it. People are not liking these changes that you're making, or people are not liking that you're being more cutthroat or that you're being kind of cold and distant. But I feel like it's what's best for Virgo this week. You're not doing it to harm anybody. And I feel like the only people who are mad are the people who no longer have access to you, the people who feel rejected by you. But that's something that they have to deal with, right? That's something that I'm channeling. They have to deal with your rejection, or they have to deal with losing access to you and what that feels like and what comes with that. Because when it's with Virgo, like, yeah, everything's hunky-dory. Period. I knew this card was going to come up today. It's the Six of Cups, which we'll talk about it in a second, but like, everybody wants a past version of you, or everybody wants this like version of you that just kind of like melts and succumbs to their needs and helps them when they need it and gives them a solution and gives them advice, but they're not integrating it. That's part of what Spirit is really saying, which is why you're being asked to detach and kind of pull back from certain people, places, and things right now, because they aren't integrating the lessons. And you can only lead a horse to water for so long before it needs to drink, before it dies. You know what I'm saying? So these people have just been like relying on you, depending on you, and you're no longer there. Or that's the advice this week, is for you to distance yourself or remove access for certain people, places, and things. Let's talk about the Six of Cups. Some of you are going to be reconnecting with your family or reconnecting with like good friends this week, because the Six of Cups always feels like reconnection. But if you aren't reconnecting with other people, it might be this reconnection with your inner child. I see some of you actually having conversations with your inner children and kind of saying like, I'm here for you now, I'll stick up for you now, I'll defend you now. What happened in the past doesn't define us. It wasn't a mistake. We are still loved. Like things like that. You just really being there for your inner child. You might be journaling too about your inner child this week, or to your inner child. But let's find out about the Six of Cups. What's the Six of Cups? The King of Cups. There might be a water sign who's back in your life this week, or trying to get back into your life this week with the Six of Cups and the King of Cups. Tell me a little bit more. Yeah, this person wants to take ownership or, apologize. And then there's this generosity energy that I was tapping into earlier. So 66 or 666 could be significant, but I'm getting that you're being guided to not just allow this person back into your life so easily, to kind of question things or ask questions or raise your standards, set your boundaries. Because I'm getting with this King of Cups, Five of Pentacles, this person may have abandoned you or rejected you or ghosted you, and now they feel bad for that, or now they regret doing that. So here they are to try to like make amends or to make peace with you, make up with you. They may bring you some sort of gift or offer to buy you something, to go on a date with you, to spend money on you, to invest in you. But you're the Queen of Swords this week, again, regardless of your gender, so I feel like you're rejecting this. Yeah, the Queen of Rods is here. You don't feel secure with this energy, or you don't feel secure with this King of Cups. You don't feel like this is the person for you, but there may have been a connection in the past, but Virgo doesn't feel the connection anymore, because I'm seeing the Queen of Rods and the Knight of Swords. Like, you don't even really want to talk to this person. This person makes you feel insecure, and then I'm seeing the Queen of Cups in the reverse too. It makes me feel like the two of you are not a match, and you know that because we're seeing the King of Cups upright and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And I'm getting that some of you, this person wanted you to change. Even if they kept trying to say, like, I'm not trying to change you, I'm not trying to change you, I'm not trying to change you, their energy was different. Every time you weren't who they wanted you to be or didn't act how they wanted you to act, you could sense it in their energy, that their energy shifted, or they would say something and then they would keep telling you, like, no, I want you to be yourself, I don't want you to change, I don't want people to change. But realistically, I feel like this person was trying to create you to be who they wanted you to be for themselves. They wanted to, like, somehow make you the Queen of Cups, their perfect match or their perfect person, but it just wasn't you, and it just isn't you. So, okay, looks like that's coming up this week. Tell me what else Virgo can look forward to. You may be able to look forward to kind of getting closure or giving yourself closure in a situation this week with the Queen of Swords, because you've really made up your mind about this person and this situation, but this person has been like wishy-washy, or this person has been thinking about you a lot and regretting this ghosting or abandoning or rejecting you. So what to look forward to is that, but also the fact that you might be the one who's kind of closing things here and ending things. Anything else Virgo can look forward to this week? The Justice card. Amen, hallelujah, Virgo. We keep talking about how June is for justice. June is for justice, and it starts this week. Or it already started, is what I just heard. Spirit is saying that your good karma is coming your way. The closing out of situations is coming in. June is really for justice, and for things being balanced, and for the scale starting to tip in Virgo's favor. Period. I don't even need to clarify that. I'm hearing Maat. You are receiving justice. Now is time for Virgo's justice. Now is time for all of the injustices to be made correct and made right for Virgo. I am hearing get out of your own way, because some of you might, I'm getting that some of you might be getting in your own way or self-sabotaging or trying to, and Spirit's saying that this justice is coming in no matter what. Get out of your own way. Surrender to the justice. Surrender to the balance. It's all a matter of time. I'm really hearing like it's only a matter of days when you're listening to this. And that's why you're being guided to not give up, because it's really a matter of days for some of you that this justice is coming in, that the karma is happening, that things are starting to go your way. Period. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Use that as an affirmation this week. That is your affirmation for the week. The universe is conspiring in my favor. No matter how it looks at any point in time, the universe is conspiring in my favor. The Justice card. Okay, that feels like a big deal. We've been talking about this, that June is for justice. So I feel like it's happening. Things are being made right. Things are coming into balance. Let's get one last card for Virgo. June 3rd through June 9th. How would you like to end this, please, Spirit? We do have a new moon this week. It's a new moon in Gemini. I don't know much about it, sorry. But I did pull out the Moonology Oracle cards. I just haven't done any research on this new moon in Gemini, so maybe you want to, or some of you already know what the new moon in Gemini is about and what it's bringing in. Feel free to put that in the comments for us. I'd really appreciate that, and I'm sure others would really appreciate that, but I just really don't know what the new moon in Gemini is. This one wanted to pop out. It says emotions are running high. So if you've been feeling emotional recently, this reading is for you. I feel like some of us have been crying a lot lately, or we've just been feeling very emotional. I did hear this message yesterday where it was like crying every day for a month. Maybe that's you, but it feels like emotions are running high because there is supposed to be some sort of release and purge and big breakthrough happening. And I'm hearing breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. So feel your feelings, let yourself release. The emotions are running high. Spirit wanted to let you know that. So it's okay if you're feeling emotional. And then we're seeing look at the bigger picture. We did talk about that in one of last week's readings too, about like zooming out and looking at the bigger picture instead of hyper focusing on what's happening to you. because I'm hearing that everything that's happening to you is actually happening for you. And if you look at the bigger picture and you zoom out, you'll see that. Okay? I hope that this helped you, Virgo. Enjoy your week. Sending you love always. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Peace.